Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. So Umar Sadiq gives us a little bit of an insight concerning the goals I scored yesterday in the La Liga. I scored two beautiful goals. The last goal was a very special one. He flicked it with his back heel to slot it right in the far end of the post.
Ready to go again. I feel good, and important point for us outside home, and yeah, good 1 point for us, and ready to go again. Every minute in football, in the pitch, matters, and I saw the ball, and as a striker I need to do something, and I did it. That's why I said every second count in football, and it's a quick reaction, and then it end up in the goal. Now important 1 point for us, and we think now Valladolid in our home in Mestalla.
And in this interview, he talks about what he was thinking, his mindset, his instinct, which was just telling him to shoot. And he did it, and at the end of the day, he scored two goals. And this is arguably his best form in a long time, that we've seen. Even the period I was with Real Sociedad, that he's, started to peak in terms of form, we didn't really see him become this productive, in a short span of time. So as a matter of fact, when he was in Real Sociedad, he played 51 games before he was able to score 4 goals. And right now, he's only played 9 games for Valencia and he's scored 4 goals, after joining in January. So this man is definitely someone to keep an eye on. And as I always say, Coach Chelle is definitely going to worry about his striking options, because apparently everybody is scoring goals, not just Sadiq, everybody. I mean everybody. Desas, Gift Urban as well scored over the weekend. Tolu Arukudari scored over the weekend. So a lot of options there. Victor Osimhen, not to forget him as well, scored 2 goals. So we have a lot of options for Kuchereksha to pick from for his attacking department. And speaking about the selection, of course, today is 3rd of March and the game is coming up on the 17th, so there's not much time to be wasted. But the good news is our players are informed, they are scoring goals, they are showing that they are ready to take on the challenges coming up this month. And to cap it up, we have the likes of Rafael Onyedika, who has now also reported back to training with Club Brugge. He actually trained today, being Monday, with his Club Brugge side as they prepare for their UEFA Champions League game against Aston Villa. He missed their league game, over the weekend because of the fact that the coach wanted to rest him due to the injury. He wanted to prepare him for the Aston Villa Champions League game. So Onyedika is back and is going to be in contention to make appearance for Club Brugge against Aston Villa. First leg they have tomorrow, and this is such a fantastic news, not just for Club Brugge but also for the Super Eagles of Nigeria, because Rafael Onyedika is such a quality midfielder that we would definitely love to have, for the Rwanda game and then also the Zimbabwean game. And speaking of Rwanda, they are also, plotting things, in their own end as well. They are preparing really well for the Nigerian match, which is going to be played on their home soil in Kigali. And if you recall, the last time we played them, that was in the African Cup of Nations qualifiers. They had the best of us, winning us by a 2-1 scoreline. And of course, they are going to hope to, cause an upset against us. But again, they would know that this is an entirely different game, and the stakes are high. The approach is going to be different, and we are coming with a much greater intention than what we did in the last time that we met. So on their front, they have actually employed right now a new foreign coach, and this coach is a veteran Algerian coach by the name Adel Amrouche. He has a pedigree in coaching African nations, with his previous jobs being in 2023 when he took Tanzania to the African Cup of Nations in Ivory Coast. But this man has a wealth of experience. He has coached a number of club sides outside Tanzania, including the likes of Kenya, Libya, and Botswana. And this is the man that Rwanda have now entrusted the coaching duty for their team. And this is coming several weeks after they allowed their German tactician Thorsten Spittler to leave on a free terms. Spittler was actually the one that masterminded their victory over Nigeria last year. But it was such a surprise to me because I didn't think that they would allow Spittler to leave. He was such a good coach. We've seen him, uh, the way that he plays, how strong Rwanda have been. Even right now on the table in the World Cup qualifier series, they are right there at the helm with 7 points. And all of this is what the former coach actually achieved with them. But I don't know. I think it's probably a good idea that they allowed him to go and then brought in someone else who, I do not think is more experienced or a better coach to Spittler. But at the end of the day, you cannot underestimate anybody, not the coaches, not the players, for these games because anyone can shock you. So that's what's currently happening at the end of the Rwandan national team. But again, some updates concerning Coach Chelle. Of course, you know that he went to watch the MPFL game yesterday. Right now, the latest is that he's actually considering bringing into defenders, just to try and reshuffle the initial list right now because of injury situations. Of course, the coach is very happy that William Ekong has returned, but there's also Semi Ajayi who it doesn't seem like he's going to return on time. So with this in mind, the coach wants to bring in options, from the provisional list to make up these defensive lacks that we have. And the report is that Coach Eric Shaw is actually weighing two defensive players to to pick from. One is a home-based defender who plays for Enugu Rangers Football Club. That's Onyebuchi Ifani, and this guy is very talented. He's been one of the rock solid, defenders for Enugu Rangers this season. Actually, in that game versus Canopy last over the weekend, which Coach Eric Shaw was in attendance, he played for 90 minutes. So Coach Eric Shaw is a huge admirer of Onyebuchi. Where he first saw him was during the Super Eagles B campaign, several weeks ago when he went to watch their games in their camp. So that was when he spotted Onyebuchi and he liked his game and wanted to work with him in the Super Eagles. So this is one of the guys that is considering. Another person he's considering is a foreign-based defender by the name Igor Ogbu. This guy's with Slavia Prague. He's been very, very impressive also, just like Onyebuchi this season. In fact, he's played majority of their league games in the Czech league and also made some appearances in the UEFA Champions League playoffs and has been really fantastic for his club. So these are the guys that Coach Shell is looking to pick from, in the event that he needs to replace Semi Ajayi or any other defender that will not be available due to illness or injury.